Morning, 6 o'clock. Looks like my dogs have killed a rat. Looks like they've bit it in head. So that's your rat, look. Very, very dangerous animal. Freshly killed. Know if they've bit it in head. Probably bit it in head and shook it about till it's dead. But that's your rat. And you know rats are very, very dangerous and they're very bad for your health. So, what are you doing this morning? That's the other one. Oh, good morning, everyone. Yep, it's a voiceover. Hopefully, I've not done a voiceover on all the video. Hopefully there's no background music. If there is, I'll delete and I'll have to take all the natural sound off. So we're on the river this morning. It's quite a nice morning. Very, very hot in the Philippines. Really very humid. So, I thought, well, seeing I'm in a different barangay today, I'll have a walk down to the river. Morning. Yes, we know. At least they're not going to bite. Well, there's no music, so it's not so bad. And it's a good morning to you too. Good morning, everyone. I'm just looking at this new fence. As I don't seem to have any safety in mind. I'll actually show you when this motorbike's gone past. Look at this. So, see? That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, can you imagine coming down here on a motorbike? They do not seem to have... Here in the Philippines, I see this a lot in the provinces, all over the Philippines, and they just never seem to have anyone's safety in mind. That'll kill you. So, you know, you're on a tricycle and you can see where the tricycle goes. So look at that. Another one. It's another one. Wow. Very, very dangerous. Go on, you're okay.
Morning.
Morning. So just look. You know, you can see these guys here, how close they are to that fence. Just look. You know, if they have to come in, just go straight through you. Straight through you. You just don't seem to have any, you know, you just don't seem to care. Look. Absolutely crazy. All the way down this fence. Wow. Good morning. You've got it. That's a small one. Look. See? That's a big one. Wow, it's absolutely crazy. Like I said, I've just been down to the river. There's no music. Thank the Lord. So I'm going back to a friend's house, then I'll go into Murcia, and then whatever happens. So that is basically it. It's absolutely crazy. You know, no safety in mind. Morning! So that's it, look, don't understand. So I don't understand you at all, you know, you're crazy. Things you do, you know, you're leaving. I actually chop things like that and you just leave them stuck out onto a road. Or you've got, I mean, I were in Murcia the other day and I saw electricians buggering about with wires, playing about with the wires and power cuts. And I walked into the top of the plaza and I watched there's a wire and it's dangling down like this. And where they'd cut it, there were a piece of wire stuck out about that much. Probably still there. I do a little video on it. Stuck out about that much. Thought, if someone was walking with a kid or a tall guy, because there is some big guys here in the Philippines, I just walk straight in your eyeball. I don't understand how you just don't seem to care. Or you've got no safety. I just looked in the river. Now that river is very, very clean. It comes from the mountain, right? And it's clean, but people throw diapers in it. And I actually saw it looks like a bit oily. So I don't know if anyone's thrown oil in it. You know, I don't know what they learn you at school. Don't get me wrong, I never went to school, but I don't know what they learn you. You know, polluting all the rivers. You've got spikes stuck out. Very dangerous. In England, oh, that'd be a claim. You know, you'd be in court. If that went into someone, killed them, you'd be in court. You'd probably do prison time. So, you know, landowner, be a big, big fine. So, I don't understand you whatsoever. You know, I don't know where you think's totally different, that's for sure. Totally different to me. Right, there's a tricycle. Right, I'm off back to the house. I've had a walk to the river. I'm not doing a lot this morning. So basically that's it. Back to the house. Morning. Right, yeah, that bamboo fence there, very nice, very nice. Clean and tidy, no spikes stuck out. Absolutely lovely. Have a great day. Good morning. Well, I can hear a bit of music. Hi guys, we're from the river, now we're in the plaza, so I'm having, yeah, it's got to be a voiceover, I'm afraid. Yeah, copyright music. So, I'm having a walk around the plaza and I'm just looking what they're doing here. Looks like they're putting brick tiles on this brick wall. So, this it looks like they're actually getting ready to add some more statues. So, I don't know what the theme will actually be here. I'm sure it's going to be nice. 7-Eleven. So that's the 7-Eleven. Like I said, I'm out of the plaza and I'm gonna, I'll probably just walk about back into the plaza. So, it's really hot and humid. It's the afternoon now, actually. And this morning I had to walk down to the river. Hopefully, the natural sound comes through without any music. But, that's how the cookie crumbles. And you'll know, actually, I was actually chatting about these bamboo spikes, and safety here in the Philippines. Safety here in the Philippines. Wow, it's many, many, many years behind. Many years behind. It's an advanced country, but the safety, health and safety is not very advanced whatsoever. These are the new public toilets. So I was chatting to these two guys, and they said, oh, it's public toilets, and so I had a chat to them. So I'm just waiting now for Joveline, because Joveline's off shopping. So, I just wait till she does a shop. So, I didn't know whether to add music or actually take the voices off, take the background noise off. So I thought, well, just do a voiceover. And there's not a lot, it's dreaded. So I'm sat and I'm just waiting, and I decide to watch the girls training, and the training, the practicing. Volleyball. Now, I don't know if there's a game coming up, but, a lot of girls practicing, and I was just wondering, some stuff what they actually practice. Don't know if it's very good for your knees. I'm not talking about down on your knees, some of these things what they're doing, exercises. Some of it's got to be really bad for your knees. But they're still young, so, should be okay. They're wearing knee braces, so it's not so bad. But believe me, you don't want bad knees. So, I don't know what number 13's doing. Number 13, come on down. So, what's number 13 playing at? I don't know. He's got a kettlebell. I'm not saying more than that. So, just these girls, they're actually just practicing. And like I said, it's very, very hot and humid. So, I hope everyone is enjoying their day here in the plaza. So, like I said, it's very hard to find good music as well for your videos, guys. And if you complain, don't watch. Okay, complainers, bitching, it's up to you. If you want to bitch and complain and cry about things, it's up to you, entirely up to you. I'm sure it won't bother me one little bit, but I do hope you enjoy the videos. So, I'm basically just sat waiting for Joveline, and then we're going, well, actually, we do go back to her mama's. So from her mama's, we go back into the province, hoping for a little bit of rain. But, we've actually had a little bit of rain today. Now, there's two guys here in blue. They're actually foreigners. Said hello to them, don't know more than that. Just two foreign guys, quite young, 20s, 30s. So they're quite young. I don't know where they're from, but there's quite a lot of foreigners, in the Philippines. And there's quite a lot of foreigners in actually Bacolod City, Murcia. And the reason you don't normally see a lot of the foreigners, because they don't walk around, a lot of the foreigners are on motorbikes, or they've got four-wheel drives or cars, and that's why you basically don't see a lot of the foreigners here. But, I actually do see quite a lot of foreigners here. So there is quite, it's quite a lot of foreigners. believe it or not, there's more than what you actually think here in Murcia. And here in Back College City, there is quite a lot of foreigners. Now, one of you guys asked me, no, guys, I don't watch other people's videos. I actually do not watch other people's YouTube videos. Used to in the past, but I don't bother anymore. Just don't bother. And when I normally go on to YouTube, I normally just look at motorbike videos. It can be motorbike, dogs, horses, shooting, fitness. So mostly I do not watch other foreigners' videos. Very, very rare I actually watch other people's videos because in the past I used to, and it seems to be you get one foreigner chatting about price of coal, and then next day the other foreigners chatting about price of coal. In other words, they're chatting about price of food, the next day it's a different one chatting about the same thing, and they all seem to jump on board the same thing. So no, I don't watch other people's videos. I just make videos. And there were one or two guys I used to watch, but they've now passed away. And one were called Mike, and I used to roam around on his motorbike similar to me. So God bless everyone. Please like, please subscribe, please share the